Alrighty guys, let's take a look at the critical levels that you shouldn't be missing out on, because these are the levels on memory and the chip stocks that will help you to risk manage your positions and to make the money. Let's jump right into it. Once I let you know, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. So, what is Micron doing today? Now, as I have told you previously and in my last videos, and before that also, I have been telling you this is the bottom and we got a great run up from there, right? Like in just few days, 33% run up to the upside. Lately, we have been doing some cool off, right? Especially starting, well, from Monday, well, Tuesday, yesterday, right? However, I have been telling you that it's just a pullback, and that still remains the case, right? What was the zone I told you? That was 903 to 930. This was the zone, right? I told you that until here right now, it's just a pullback, okay? That very zone is still holding. Yes, we went up in the pre-market, gave up the gains when the market opened, but the level is still holding. The zone is still holding, and we are still in the technically a pullback, because I mentioned that as if we start to lose 983 or these zones, momentum will escape, which means it's going to a little bit cool off, and then we have to see a stabilization again, and then potentially a run up. Point is that right now this is for me on the overall structure just a pullback. Problem will be if we lose 903, the significant level down here at 903, then only I consider a problem. All right, and that problem I don't think will last that for long, but these are your zones. When we like 980, we start to lose multi-day weakness beginning, risk manage your position, take some partial profits, all that good stuff based on your risk tolerance, based on your portfolio size, based on your trading strategy. But at this, the point is that you have to risk manage the position. So what I'm seeing today is still just a good stabilization. Okay, now we gotta start closing days above at least intraday levels up here, like 956. If we can start to close days above like 956, that's already a win for a stabilization into this pullback and a run up to the upside again. All right, so that's Micron. All right, let's get on to now Sandisk. Sandisk also is just a part of a pullback, right? Bottom played out really nicely, made good money. Okay, the point is that what is it doing right now is part of a pullback. And so if, as I have told you yesterday also, if these pullbacks are worrying you, your expectations in the market are completely wrong. If you are thinking everyday market is just supposed to go straight line up, you are in the wrong business. You have wrong expectations of the market. Market is about risk management and placing your bets where the higher probability is, and that's what I teach in my memberships as well. Opportunities to identify, how to read the price action, what to look for, all that good stuff. Join the membership in the description of this video, and most importantly, you don't even have to wait for my membership videos. You can just get my trading tools, and everything is right in front of you. You will also get the onboarding videos on how to use the tools and all that good stuff. Details are all in the description of this video. Now, Sandisk is just still a pullback. Yes, we dipped a little bit lower. We are reacting between those significant levels, as you can see, right? That's how it's supposed to be. That's why these levels are so important. I can't emphasize this hard enough, right? So the point is that below this 1695 or something, we are in a bit of a cool off. Then 1600 is the zone. It's trying to stabilize, and right now so far, even if downside has to happen more, we have a lot of support sitting around. Even like 1450 is a good support right now. It's part of a pullback, so 1500 is a good support area. The point is that until here, these are just the pullbacks. Yes, multi-day weakness, but part of a pullback. Overall structure is not bearish. There are times when red candles, like back here when I told you guys we are bearish, get out, right? There are times that, yes, red candle is a bad candle, but there are times that red candle is not a bad candle. It's just a pullback. My tools will take care of everything for you. I'm telling you, get my tools. Some of the tools are so insightful that I don't even show you here on my screen, because for that you have to join the membership. So there are more tools than what just you see on my screen here. All right. Now, hourly interval on Sandisk, technically, as I said, part of a pullback. We want to start closing above 1600, a little bit on the upper end, then pullback will start to complete itself. I would say even if we come down to this 1512. Yeah, even if we come down to 1512, sorry, this is 1600 if I said previously 1500. If we come down to 1500 area as well, then also it's just fine, guys. We are fine, as I said, until even 1450 area, this significant level. So on the overall structure side. All right, let's move on before I bore you. Okay, SK Hynix. So SK Hynix is, as I said, you know, we are just part of a pullback here. This structure is still overall bullish strength on SK Hynix, 150 area. All right, you can see already today we have a down beautiful wick. The point is that is just was a part of a pullback lately, holding strong. We continue to close above 156, we will be fine. Better if we look, pullback will complete itself once we start to get above 162. Point is that overall structure is still to the upside, so you cannot swing short these things. Your bias has to be upside. There were time to short, I told you about that, but now no, things are still to the upside. Seagate is the one that is a little bit more in the trouble today. Now this trouble is not like we're gonna crash on this thing to zero, but definitely a little bit of momentum is escaping. The thing is very apparent on the hourly interval. So this was the zone 930, and we did see a rejection again there today. Okay, so and this is where we will have to do quite some stabilization again to gain the momentum up again. You can see at significant level right now it's bouncing. So this is for your day, a bounce trade. If you are day trading or whatnot, let the price action come to you at the zones, give you some stabilization, all that good stuff, and whatever my tools tell you, just do that. So it's a bit of a bounce, but the point is that unless we're not closing above again 885, multi-day strength will not start to come into the upside. Okay, that's not going to happen until we get above 885. If we continue to stay below 885, you can expect we will remain in the weakness, but it's not, I would not suggest it like swing shorting it. You can do whatever you like, I'm not doing it. But the point is that I still believe even if downside has to come, it's eventually still gonna stabilize somewhere here and crawl its way back up. So I don't think Seagate story is over. Nvidia. So Nvidia is also, look, overall bullish still until 213. Yes, it's a part of a pullback. You may not like these pullbacks, but that's how market works. Let's get to the hourly interval. So it dipped, continued to dip lower, and it is unfortunately is reacting and rejecting. Well, look, once we lost 224, multi-day weakness, sideways action, and you know, so to gain strength, it has to first stabilize here again. So give it some days more, a day or two more before it stabilizes, right? You have to see a level break to the upside on the intraday at least to begin with to mark the pullback complete. But look, it's a pullback on the overall structure until 214. Accordingly manage your position. AMD, guys, yes, it did give us a bit of a break above 500, but it failed. And that's the whole thing, right? Like, look, we have made 700% plus gains on this thing from the first initial call I made on AMD. And at this point, I have been telling you it's a mature stock. So, you know, at this point, I don't really expect much run up on this thing here. But the point is that 500 below, our bias needs to remain bearish. Whatever position, if any, taken above 500, that's the whole point trading with the price action. Yes, 500 above, that was a bullish strength. I'm not saying that, oh, it's still bearish. No, 500 above, we were bullish. Okay. But our stop loss was below $495 and $500. Once we lost it, we are out. Because this is, if you're, and at this highs, it has to be a tradable position. You cannot start a long-term position up here. And I have made this point clear before as well. The point is that, yes, tradable position below 500, out. And sure, you want to multi-day short it, you can short it. I don't really like to short fundamental big great companies, but the point is that it's not a play to the upside, and unfortunately it's continuing to sell off. This yellow zone, if we lose it, it's gonna open up doors to 434 at least, so we'll see level by level, right? So that's that. Let's take a look at ARM. So ARM is yeah guys, I told you already yesterday, once we lost 268, it's over. And today you can see precisely, that's why my tools are so important, precisely guys, at that level, penny to penny. I mean, no matter how much I zoom in here for you guys, it's like, okay, came close to a cent. I see a gap of a cent, but look at the beauty, precisely the reaction and the rejection at my significant level, marked by my tools all automatically for you. What are you doing? You can just get the tools and make money without thinking. Come on. And look at the reaction below, precisely at the significant level. These are the tools you need for proper risk management, to understand how to trade, where are the zones, all that good stuff. ARM remains bearish, still negative below 260. It's not in the play. Intel. Guys, Intel, I already gave you an early warning sign that as if we are already in the multi-day weakness, and as if we start to lose that 95, it's over. It's kaboom. You are kaboom. And that's what is going on. We are in the negative side, unfortunately, again below this 97 and pretty much this zone. We are on the bearish side. All right, we'll take a look at Marvel and we will wrap up with that. All right, if you want to check out many other stocks, guys, join my memberships. All right, a lot of opportunities in the market. Don't miss out. Think of it this way: if you are spending X money on a membership and you are making back 4 times that money, I mean, I just don't get it, right? Like, it's just that you don't want to act. You don't want to put an action. You are not a doer. Anyways, let's move on to Marvel. All right, so Marvel is bullish, right? It did hold our zone 215. That was the zone, right? It held that, does holding the overall bullish structure, and today a good gap up to the upside and a little bit giving up the gains, but point is that it's just still overall bullish in the ongoing strength. This zone is still your ongoing, technically a support zone. This was the bottom I gave you down here, and right now this is 218. Above that is just a continuation to the upside. All good. All right guys, that's all I had, and with that we'll see you in the next video. Take care, bye.